tell me, you started driving mules, you told me you were 6 years old, right?
Yeah.
And you fixing to turn 85 in November, is that right?
Yeah, 13.
So that's 79 years, right? That'd be about right.
Yeah.
Of how long you been driving mules?
Yeah.
I suppose if a fella don't learn something by then, he ain't going to, is he?
You learn it and then you forget it.
Well, I know I appreciate what you do for us on these videos. Well, let me rephrase that. I appreciate what you do for me, helping me learn how to work mules and hook them and all that good stuff. But I know these people will appreciate what they see here on the camera and what you can tell them, because this is, like you said, you'll forget a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And every time some of these older mule skinners pass on, a lot of that knowledge is gone with them. And if there's nobody left to pick it up and run with it, that's where it'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, tell me the truth now, because you come along when the era of tractors come about.
Yeah, the tractor's done here but I still like to do with mules. I don't know.
Well, tell me this. Whenever you was, say, a 30-year-old man, think back a long time ago, whenever you were a 30-year-old man, did you think that in 2024 that we would still be using mules? Did you think it would last that long?
Yeah, I think it will, because other people see you doing it and then they want to do it, and they get into it. Some of them will get into it, and it don't last but a year or two. But the man that really likes it, he'll stay with it. But if he ain't got it in here, he won't.
You gotta love it, don't you?
You gotta love it. He gotta like it, and he gotta. If he don't, I've known him to get in 2 years they'd be gone. So, but they still, some of us left around. But
Well, I guess kind of what I'm wondering. I mean, I'm 40, and I wonder sometimes, okay, with some of these older guys that's dying out, and there's not many of us left that are picking it up.
no.
I wonder sometimes, okay, when I'm 85, am I still going to be able to be doing this? I mean, will it be a thing, is what I'm saying. Whenever you was a young man and you seen tractors coming about and people started using machines to farm and log and stuff like that, did you ever think to yourself that mules might just go away, that people might just quit using them?
I have. And several years ago, I thought, well, I showed a lot more than I worked mules. Well, I worked them and showed them together. And I thought a few years ago it phased out by now, but it ain't. There's still some younger people getting in it.
I think that's the most important thing where we're at right now, is trying to get these young people interested in it.
Yeah.
And we live in a society now to where kids want to, well, it's not as enticing because it's harder work. You got to sweat. You got to get out here and, like you told me, your back was starting to hurt a little bit from riding that disc.
Yeah.
That mower like to kill my back the other day, and I didn't do but like 5 acres. But what I'm saying is, it's not as enticing to a young man to come out here and do this type of work versus sitting in an air-conditioned cab tractor, is it?
Yeah, that's right. And most of them want to be at the lake or somewhere. They don't want to be farming.
Right.
When they get off work, they don't go somewhere else.
Well, people ask me why I log with mules or horses, and why don't I just get a skidder? It'd be easier. Well, it would be easier. That is true. But I don't like running a skidder as much as I like following my mule.
Yeah, that's.
And I'll be honest with you, I feel a deeper connection when I'm holding them lines and I'm driving them, logging or dragging tires or farming, getting out here, plowing, doing whatever. I feel a deeper connection to what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the way I do. I don't have to be doing this. I don't have to. They got tractors, but I couldn't cover that with them. That I could this right here, but I just like to be here with them.
Do you find peace in working your mules?
Yeah.
Have you ever been into a point in your life? Have you ever been at a place where you was kind of aggravated or just kind of whooped down with life, but you go get with these mules, they make you feel better?
Yeah, I've done that many times. They go, if I feel depressed or something, I go get my mule and take off and drive them a while, and I feel good, feel better.
Well, Marcy talks about it all the time about getting out in the sun and getting vitamin D. It's a scientific fact that vitamin D will help you not to feel depressed.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm driving at is to maybe some of these people that are watching, it might would do them good to be able to get outside, get out in the sun. You know, if they had access to a good pair of mules, to be able to drive them, it'd be a good stress relief, wouldn't
it? Yeah.
It bring you, it lift you up instead of dragging you down.
Well, that's probably why I'm still doing it.
I think so. You know, for me and my family history, uh, I do it because for my health. Because there's people in my family that's got heart problems, you know, and whatnot. And logging with mules, I don't care how you do it, it's work.
Yeah, it's work.
I mean, it is hard work. Cutting the timber, skidding the logs, whatever. But one of the reasons why I do it is because it forces me to do manual labor. You know, if I wasn't logging with my mules, I'd just go home and sit on the couch, and my health would go downhill.
Yeah, that's the reason I ain't retired. I'm retired, but I ain't quit. I do what I can, and that's what I like to do.
You think doing all this work like this has helped you to live longer and stay in better shape?
Yeah, 10 years ago I had a small bowel obstruction. I missed leaving here one day, 2 times. My doctor said, he said, if you hadn't been as strong as you was, you wouldn't been standing right here today. And I had that pair of mules over there. I had another pair, but they sold them, and I said I want to keep them. And a year and a half, I didn't do nothing. About that's all I could do. And one fall, the next fall after had been a year and a half, the neighbor told me, lived right up here, if you don't work your mules, let me know at dinner and I'll come down to Hornerson for you. So we did. One day I told my wife, I said, I'm going to try to call him, see if he'll help me. Order some mules. I'm going to try to plow the garden. And she said, well, you can't do that. I said, I don't know. I ain't tried it yet. And I got my walking plow, drug it up there. He did. Hornerson, I plowed two rounds or something, and then I had to sit down. I sat down in the chair there. She brought me a chair. I sat down on that chair, and I'd rest, get up and plow another round or two. I started that from that. That started me on my way back up.
Built your strength back up?
Yeah, holding that plow, I'd fall down sometimes. I'd get back up, plow a little more, but they just take it easy. I started from that.
So between the good Lord taking care of you and them mules, that helped you, didn't it?
If it hadn't been him, I wouldn't be here.
Since you started working mules, how many pairs of mules you reckon you've had?
I don't know. Bunch.
20? 30?
Yeah, probably 30, yeah. 40 years.
What's the number one thing that you look for in a mule whenever you decide that you might want to buy one?
Hey, you want a good head and ear on them, good smooth head. Like you got a little bit of a good head, and she got a good ear. And some people want a great old big mule now, but I used to a little bigger, but I can't get the horns on them like I used to.
Shorter mule's a little better, ain't it?
Yeah, this little mule, these years ain't gonna be that too big, but they're gonna be big enough for me. And that's what I like now.
Well, they don't like a whole lot catching fat and pearl.
No, they
I was
just
watching them going through the field, and they at the time they're grown, they won't be much smaller.
no, they just 2 year old this month.
Have you been pleased with the way these colts have turned out?
Yeah, they about the easiest pair I ever broke, I guess. They got a lot of sense. Gentle. You just couldn't beat them. I couldn't have beat them if I looked for a pair. Bill, Byrd. Look. And that Byrd. Oh, yeah. Byrd. Bill. Little. Hey, Byrd. Byrd. And that. This is the way I usually work my mule. Just breaking them kind of over. I got this mule's the lead mule, that mule's the off mule, and the young pair. They just 2 year old this month. I put them. I don't have to move my check line. I just put them like they're working them. Put this strap between them. Then I go from her line to this line, and her line is on her. The same way right here. Just like you hooking them on. I put this between them, you hold them a little closer. That makes them stay in a bit closer. The same way here. She's off mule. And I got her tied with her bits right here. And I got them tied back right here where they can't get in front of the others. And I got this line on her. The same way this there, she's tied back to that string there.
Get around here where I can see.
That keeps them.
You tie back right here.
Yeah, that keeps them level. You keep them walking together. That she gets too fast, you tighten it up a little. If she gets too slow, loosen it up a little. I like it.
Tell me what you do.
I just tie them together.
Does that kind of helps keep their heads together, don't it? When they step around.
Yeah.
When they step around, it helps keep their heads together, right?
Yeah. That may. When you pull in one, she pulls this, and this, and pulls this, and this, and pulls this.
All right, so let me take y'all around here to the back. All right, so let me make sure I understand this right. You got two sets of lines.
Yeah. And they're just like they work, single. See, this is the lead mule, this is the lead mule. That's off mule and that's off mule. So you don't have to move your lines. You work this two together, then these two together.
Okay.
You pull this and just pull both of these, then you pull these, it goes forward both of them.
All right, so let me ask you a question here. So this set of lines that goes up between Pat and Pearl,
Yeah,
that's their line.
that's where they work.
Yeah, okay. And then this other set of lines is a line to your other team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This line works with this line. This line works with this line.
Okay.
You just hold them like this, and you pull these two together, pull these two together.
Got you. So you got two left lines and two right lines. Yeah. But that's their team lines that you normally work them with.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's go back around to the front and look at it again one more time. I want to make sure they get a good hold on what you're saying.
I use these straps right here between them. That keeps them together when I'm going to the barn, to the disc, or wherever. I use them all the time.
That help keep their butts together?
Yeah, keep them going more level.
All right, so this is your lead mule on your young mule.
Yeah.
All right. And then her outside line is on her outside bit. And then that other one crosses over to this mule, right?
Yeah, that's hers.
Okay. And then she's got a team line on right here.
Yeah, that's her original line.
That's her original line. Okay, yeah.
This one here goes with this. Now I got them there just tied to safety. Same way here. You got that's like they work. Just the two mule double. You ain't got to change the lines when you do that.
Okay.
She's the same way as her.
The only difference is you've added this little. When you hook them forward breast, you put that in there.
Yeah, that holds her back if she starts walking too far. Or this will hold her back and make them work together better.
Now, see, what I was telling you earlier, I've done this similar setup, but and I had two sets of lines, but I didn't use. I just took my inside check line and I just buckled it back to their trace chain. I didn't run it over here. Because see, she's actually got a double.
Yeah, you got two there.
She's got two, you know, which is good because that'll help pull her around and her at the same time.
Yeah.
But the textbooks will tell you, if you read the books, they'll tell you, you know, to just use like a single drive line on the outside and then tie them back. That's what the book will tell you.
Mm.
But I think I like the way you did your lines a little bit better there.
You got more control over it. You pulling this one, they'll pull her, and this should help too, between them.
And you said these in between them, from bit to bit, that's just kind of to help keep them together, ain't it? When you're coming around.
Yeah.
In case, so they won't get too far wide.
It works pretty good for me. I don't know. I like it. Will work.
Is it pretty hard to get them started driving like this?
No. Not if you got them broke.
If they're pretty well going good,
yeah,
it ain't much trouble to hook them forward breast like this?
No. You got them broke good. Some of them tie them back and all that stuff. When you got them broke good, they ain't. I just hooked them up down in the barn, drove them up here and hooked them to the disc. Didn't have nothing behind them or nothing.
Now, will you normally just leave the disc up here in the field and just ground drive them back?
Yeah.
That's a little easier, ain't it?
Yeah.
Would you do the same thing like if you was plowing? Just leave the plow up here? And
most times it wasn't going to rain or something, I would. I'd just leave it, drive them back to the barn.
What about like a long time ago, when people have walking plows, if you had to go a pretty good piece to the field, do you just drag it the whole way, or you put it on a sled and let them pull it, or how would you do it?
I'd either put it on a sled, or I got a flatbed wagon, a four-wheel wagon. I might lay it on it. But I couldn't. I mean, a walking plow, I did.
Yeah, if you was by yourself, the sled would work better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because then you could just pull up
Yeah.
there beside of it and lay it over on it.
I have laid it on a tractor tar.
Just drag it.
Yeah, just lay it up on that tractor tar and hook the mule to it.
Oh, I never would have thought of that.
Drag it to the field with them. I have done that.
So, what are y'all gonna do with this field here? I mean, y'all gonna plant it back?
Yeah, he's gonna turn it. He's gonna put nursery in apple grass next year. That down there, that part is sold in rye, and that's sold in rye, and that's sold in rye.
Is that gonna be winter grazing for his cows?
Yeah, cut it for hay or something.
Okay.
Being this spring.
Now you said it's rye, not ryegrass.
No, it's rye.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll make a seed head then.
Yeah, it has kind of like a head on it, like a wheat head. It makes it tall. It get that tall. I covered it. That's what I done with that. I covered it. You can't cover it more than 2 inches.
So that's already sold then, right?
Yeah, he sold it, broadcast it, and I just get it in.
Okay. Now tell me about, you got a right smart disking to do, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Here, I mean, I want to show them across this field. It's pretty good sized field, ain't it?
Yeah, I've done that field, and another part of this field.
Yeah. So there's a good bit here. I mean, you're using a smaller disc. But these 4 mules can pull it all day, can't they?
Yeah, they can keep walking.
How long have you worked today?
I started about 9 o'clock, I guess, 9 or 9:30. And I quit for lunch for about an hour. And I've been driving a little since. I don't push them too hard. I mean, these are young mules. I just let them have the time. Hey, them's young, them's old.
The 2 on the outside is the young ones.
Yeah.
2 on the middle is your older one.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer an animal to walk slower?
Yeah, slower and steady. I don't want to go on running. I don't like them fire engine mules. Oh, Bill. Byrd. Bill. Oh, Bill. Oh, Bill. Oh, Byrd. Yep. I mean, oh, Byrd. Bill, oh.
If you had one piece of advice, just one, to give a young man that might be interested in this kind of stuff, just what would you tell him?
If he thought he wanted to, I'd tell him to go and work with somebody that had mules. See if he really wanted that, if that's what he wanted to do. Show him the work part of it, the pleasure part of it, all walks of it. But he need to go learn with somebody that's got him. Not telling him where he wants to do it or not.
If a young man were to get with somebody like me or you and work with him, he'll soon find out whether or not he's meant for it, won't
he? Yeah. He needs to know all walks, all walks about it. I mean, it ain't all peaches and cream.
It's hard work, ain't it?
It's hard work, and there's a lot of things to it that you got to learn. You got to learn a mule. You got to learn this disposition. You got to learn a dog. You just can't go out there and hook one up.
There's a lot to it, ain't there?
Yeah.
I think back whenever I first started, and what I know then versus what I know now. That's a long way to go.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, a long way. And every time I hook one of these things up, I still feel like I got a long way to go.
You got it good.
You know, I feel like that there's a lot more to learn, you know, even still. To be a real master.
Yeah.
I mean, to be a real mule master. I mean, you have to pay attention to even the smallest details, don't you?
You got to think kind of like that mule. You watch that mule and you tell whether she's going to do something or not. You watch them ears and her head. Tell a lot about it if you're watching that. Where she's going to jump, get scared or something. But it's just all goes together.
A man told me a long time ago when I first started driving mules, he said, when you first start driving a green mule and a green man, he said, that mule don't know no English and that man don't know no mule. He said, but in a little while, if you know how to teach them, he said, that mule will learn a little bit of English. And if that man will pay attention to that mule, he'll learn a little bit of mule.
Yeah, he will.
And when it's all said and done, you bring it together, and it makes for a beautiful thing. You know, and I think that's one reason why I like with these colts I've been a breaking of mine. I've been able to bring them along a little quicker than a lot of other ones. And I think the reason why I've been able to bring them along a little quicker is because I know a little bit more mule.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Yeah.
I know what they're going to do before they do it. I kind of know what they're going to do before they do it.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference, don't it? Whoa.
Yep, that makes a lot of difference. Oh, Byrd. Come here, you. Whoa. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Byrd.
Now, y'all, I was going to edit some of the video out here going to the barn because it's a pretty good little hike down here to the barn to put the mules up. But to be honest with you, friends, I don't truly know how many more trips me and my good friend here, Mr. Summers, has got left going to the barn together. Many more, I hope. But with that said, I think I'm just going to let this thing play out, y'all. And I hope you enjoy this walk with us. And stick around. We'll be down in the barn here in a minute. And we can watch Mr. Summers get these mules put away for the night.
Oh, man. Oh. Byrd, get down there. Stand up a little. Mm. 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 Stand up there. Come on up. Come on, Bill. Yeah, Bill. Get up there. Pat. Mm. Mm. Come on. Come up there. Come up, Pat. I'm up. Quit. Mm. Mm.
Now, y'all, this is a young mule Byrd, and as y'all seen in previous videos with Pat and Pearl, he gets them to bump the stall seal, and that's what he's working on with Byrd here, getting her to do the same thing, and getting her to put her head down for him to get her bridle, on and off, and her halter. It's just a way of discipline and getting them to mind you, and Mr. Summers is really good at that. Well, y'all, I gotta run. I'm gonna put my email up here on the screen for you, and as always, I'm gonna be praying for each of you. I hope you have a good day. Work hard, play hard, and I'll see you next time.